So my name's David Boyd, and I come from Rochester, New York. I lived there for several years, and during that time I was pretty much without guidance or parental guidance. However, I got to live with my dad for about a year, and he passed away from a coronary. And he was a Marine drill instructor, and he taught hand-to-hand combat and bayonet expert, and landed Iwo Jima and Okinawa. When he got home, he was a really ripped, good-looking man. So he gets 32 years old, he owns a few gas stations, and he's working, and he comes in to tell a lady he needs to call an ambulance because he thinks he's having problems with his heart. And she told him, well, you'll have to wait, and so he did. He went out underneath a tree, and he died there. And he was 32 years old. And his brother, Jack died when he was 28 years old from a coronary during an operation for another problem. And so it seems to be in the family that we've had poor hearts. And my grandfather, on my dad's side, he had 8 heart attacks before he passed away, and he was 62. Now, I've outlived him because I'm almost 66 in about 2 months. And so I had my first heart attack, I think I was around 21 or 2, maybe 23. I was always very physical, very active. Loved breaking horses and working with horses my whole life. And I was out nailing together a corral, and I thought I broke my shoulder, so I climbed on my horse and rode into town, tied him up to the gutter on the doctor's office, and walked in. And he said, "Man, you're fantastic. There's nothing wrong with you, you know." And I said, "Are you sure?" "Well, we x-rayed your shoulder, and we don't see anything wrong with you at all." And so I got on my horse and I went home. And about 5 o'clock in the morning, I get this call from the doctor, and he says, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just about to get up." You know. He says, "No, don't move. I'm going to send an ambulance over there right away." And I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Well, I got your heart results back, and we need to talk right away, but we'll do that when you get to the hospital." I said, "I got news for you. I got horses to feed, lots of things to do. I feel fine. I'm going to work." So, you know, I didn't go in to see him, but he called several times, and he said, "You've got to come in." So I came in, and he pretty much said I got about 6 months to live because of the situation my heart was in. So to cut to the chase is this last few months I've been feeling terrible, working really slow. And I have a good friend, George, and George is, we've been friends for years. And he knew the condition I was in, and my wife had called him for some prayer because I was running around all gray and couldn't get any color in my skin tones and stuff. And I was very tired and very tore up. So George and Katie, his wife Katie, George calls me and says, "Katie's been suffering from these tremors for years, as you know. And, you know, she's been on this product, David, and you've got to try this product because her tremors have slowed way down. She used to go to dialysis every week. Now it's like once every 3 or 4 weeks. It's really cut itself down in just a short period of time. You've got to try this. And this stuff is specially made for the heart." I was very gray in the face, and as you know, I've had several heart attacks and a few strokes, so they were most concerned about being able to get me in to test this product and see what this was like and what it would do for me. And then George tells me about this machine that he has over at his house and some friends that are going to be there. And this machine, it's like something you see in a hospital, a monitor type thing. Only I understand it costs a great deal of money. And I could get tested to find out how old my body was or how old my vascular system was. And he said it would also read out like my stress levels, and it would give me some other information. And so it really piqued my interest, and I went over there and we did the test. And as a result of the test, I was age 85 and my wife was age 80, which surprised everybody about my wife having, because she's a very active woman. And so we started to take the product then. And about 2 or 3 weeks later, I tested again, and I was age about 48. And I haven't tested since then for a new result, but that was a couple of weeks ago. But the result around my ranch is I'm handling horses every day up on their back, carrying 100-pound bales of hay again, you know, throwing sacks of grain around. So I know that I'm doing very well on this product. And I know that it's really working extremely well for me, and so I'm very much interested in seeing that other people get the same opportunity I did. I tested my diabetes, by the way, maybe this isn't of any interest, but I tested it, and for the first time in my life in about 20 years, I tested at 116. I usually test in between 170 has been my lowest and about 250. So it's really, the only thing I've changed differently is this product. So I don't know if this product affects that or not, but I tend to do a little bit more studying and be a little wiser about it, because I think probably once your system really gets cleaned out, the rest of your body can go into a healing mode or something along those lines. So I couldn't really say enough about the product at this time, except I know that this country, we lose half of our people to heart diseases. And I know that my dad died from it, my uncle died from it, my grandfather died from it. I've had so many of them. You know, I'm just kind of count the days or waiting for the last one to show up. And now I feel like I got a brand new lease on life, because I don't have that stress. I don't have the pain underneath my jaw. I haven't had pains running up and down my arms. This is only a few weeks later.